just gonna address this shit one time. Since y'all wanna be on the front lines. Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? Yeah. See, right there, that's the punchline. That's the punchline.
I'm like, yo, hey, listen. If it was that easy for any of y'all would have did it.
In a place where the tea is always piping hot and the drama never stops, today's tale is a roller coaster. It looks like we finally get why Remy Ma has been airing out her frustrations about Papoose and Claressa Shields. Word on the street is that Easy the block captain has already been stepping out on her. Yep, the same guy she put everything on the line for is reportedly playing her, and now she's looking visibly upset. After all the chaos that went down last year, it's wild how quickly everything's starting to fall apart. But here's the kicker. Papoose isn't feeling sorry for her at all. Sources say he's been quietly poking fun at her for getting played, especially since she cheated on him first. It's like karma hitting hard, and it looks like another major showdown could be on the horizon. Brace yourselves, this drama's just getting started. Let's be real for a second. Who would have guessed that Papoose and Remy's love story would end up like this? He was nothing but loyal, always by her side through thick and thin. Remember when she was in prison? He went all out for her, even risking his own freedom by trying to smuggle a skeleton key into the prison. Now that's dedication. Despite the challenges the authorities threw his way, he still married her while she was locked up. Yep, you read that right. Over the phone. If that's not true love, what is? When she finally got out, they celebrated with a huge wedding and blended their families. Remy had a child before meeting Papoose, and he had 3 of his own. But they made it all work. To everyone looking in, it seemed like they had it all. Love, loyalty, and family. But then, in 2018, things started to change. They welcomed a daughter into the world, and from the outside, everything appeared perfect. They had that fairy tale love story everyone admired, one that had survived time, struggles, and even 6 years of prison. But fast forward to 2023, and things began to crack. The first sign was Father's Day. The day came and went without a single shout-out from Remy to Papoose. And let's be real, that was strange. Anyone who knows Remy knows she never missed a chance to praise her man. Every year, she'd publicly call him the best husband, father, and the most loyal man. She was always making sure people knew their love was rock solid. But this time, nothing. No Instagram post, no sweet messages, no recognition at all, just silence, and people noticed. It felt so off for Remy that everyone couldn't help but point it out. What really got people talking, however, was Papoose posting a Happy Father's Day message to himself. He shared a family photo with the kids, but there was a major omission. Remy wasn't in it. And it wasn't just her. Her child from a previous relationship was missing too. The comment section exploded with people questioning why Remy wasn't present in the picture. Then, someone dropped a comment that hit hard. You married a woman who was never truly in love with you. Meanwhile, you were head over heels for her, and now you're seeing the reality. That comment stung. At first, it felt off, but no one really grasped the gravity of the situation until rumors started swirling that Remy had been seeing someone else. And it wasn't just anyone, it was Easy the block captain. That was the real shocker, because Easy wasn't just another industry guy. He and Papoose ran in the same circles. The thought of Easy crossing the line and sneaking around with Remy behind Papoose's back left everyone dumbfounded. People couldn't believe it. Papoose and Easy had mutual respect, moved in the same industry, and had no reason to clash, until now. Naturally, Papoose wasn't going to just let this slide. Word on the street is that things got heated between the two, and witnesses who claim to have been there say Papoose didn't just have a brief chat with Easy. He knocked him out cold. That's right, the streets are saying Papoose laid him out. So what did Easy do after that? Instead of admitting to getting handled, he took to social media to do some damage control. He tweeted, "Y'all want something bad to happen to me so badly. Of course, it's the same hating men and women. But y'all should get the story straight before you speak. And if that wasn't enough, he doubled down with another tweet. I'm not mad about the rumors. I'm not mad about false stories. Because being the person I am, I understand. But when I see people happy at the possibility that something happened to me, that's unacceptable. I don't care about anybody. We're not friends. And I finally get it. Then, Easy did something even bolder. He actually called on Papoose to clear things up. Can you believe that? He tweeted, "Real men do real things, right, Pap? Pretty these rumors up before I do." The nerve. He actually asked the very man whose wife he had been creeping with to fix his image. The disrespect was through the roof. But here's where it got even messier. Papoose didn't say a word. He didn't defend himself or engage with Easy's tweets. He just let him dig his own hole. But guess who did speak up? Remy. However, instead of addressing the cheating rumors, she tweeted something completely unrelated. "I'd like to apologize to everyone that was disappointed tonight because we couldn't get 3 full rounds from all the opponents. I tried, and can y'all please stop with the Easy and Pap lies? There's no place like Chrome. Right back at it, see y'all in August." Let's be honest, that wasn't a denial. It wasn't a clear statement denying the rumors. It was just damage control. And the biggest revelation? Papoose's silence. Anyone who's followed their relationship knows how fiercely he used to defend Remy. He was always by her side, shutting down rumors, defending her honor, and standing firm for their love. But this time, he stayed completely quiet. And that silence spoke volumes. Papoose was always ride or die for Remy, no questions asked. He never hesitated to step up and protect her, whether it was dealing with drama, rumors, or social media trolls. He had her back, no matter what. But this time, he said nothing. And that silence, it was deafening. It was so out of character for him that it couldn't be ignored. It almost felt like he was silently confirming the rumors. Let's face it, if these rumors weren't true, Papoose would have been the first to shut them down. He would have gone straight to social media, defended Remy, and cleared the air. But instead, he said nothing. That's when people started to believe the rumors weren't just gossip. They were real. This is the same man who used to publicly praise Remy, always stressing how important it was to honor his queen. He once said, "A man has to honor his queen. If she disagrees with something, he has to consider her perspective. He can't just disregard her views completely. Happy wife, happy life." But now, that same man had fallen silent. His refusal to speak was louder than any words he could have said. By now, people were convinced the rumors were true. But if there was any lingering doubt, it was erased the moment Remy and Easy showed up at the battle rap event against Geechee Gotti. Let me tell you, things went downhill fast as soon as Geechee grabbed the mic. If you know anything about battle rap, you know nothing is off limits. Rappers come for blood, and Geechee didn't hold back. He went straight for the jugular, calling out Remy and exposing her alleged affair with Easy. The crowd was left in total shock.
I don't give a fuck if you just till you stop screwing the business. If you found out you was in the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking Barack and Michelle, Pap and Rim. Us, got a poster child symbol for black love.
When Geechee Gotti dropped that bomb, it was crystal clear. This wasn't just a random accusation meant to stir up drama. It was an open secret that people had been talking about behind the scenes, and Gotti just made it public for everyone to hear. The battle rap crowd went wild because it wasn't just about exposing Remy. He was saying what everyone already knew but was too hesitant to speak out loud. But Gotti wasn't done there. He went all in. He went after Remy, ripping into her, for cheating on Papoose after he had remained loyal to her for all those years. His delivery was brutal. He made it clear that, in his eyes, Remy had completely betrayed the man who had been there for her through thick and thin. And he didn't just drop the accusation and move on. He went for the kill shot.
Every interview, he showed his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. That nigga held you down in prison for 6 years.
And the most shocking part? Easy didn't even attempt to deny it. He didn't say a word in his defense, not a single denial, argument, or clapback. He just stood there, almost confirming everything Geechee was saying without uttering a sound. You know what? Side pieces these days are getting bolder than ever. This whole situation? Messy doesn't even begin to describe it. But while everyone was waiting for Papoose to react to the cheating scandal, he did the complete opposite. He stayed quiet, washed his hands of it, and moved on fast. And who did he move on with? None other than Claressa Shields, the boxing champ herself. Yeah, things just got even wilder. Now here's where it gets even messier. Claressa and Remy actually knew each other. That's right. Before Claressa started seeing Papoose, she was sliding into Remy's DMs. But before anyone accuses foul play, let's be real. Remy did the same thing with Easy the Block Captain, while still married to Papoose. So now, this situation is shaping up to be a serious game of tit for tat. And just when things couldn't possibly get messier, word on the street is that Papoose wasn't just casually dating Claressa. Things were starting to get serious. Typically, you'd think Remy wouldn't have much to say, especially with her being caught in the cheating scandal, right? But nope. Instead of keeping quiet, she's out here acting out, throwing shade, and talking recklessly as if she's ready to fight for something she already lost. And here's the craziest part. We're talking about Claressa Shields, a real-life boxing champ. Remy might be tough with her words, but does she really want to square up with someone who knocks people out for a living? Word on the street is, she's been dropping hints that if things don't go her way, she's ready to fight. Sis, are you sure about that? But here's the real question. If Remy is supposedly so happy with Easy, why is she so upset about her ex moving on? Let's be real. It probably has a lot to do with how well things are going for Papoose and Claressa. Claressa didn't just claim Papoose. She made it clear she's all in, and even hinted that if he asked her to marry him, she'd say yes.
She said, you ain't have a fight in recent times. You really not ready for this work. She said, it's natural. She don't have to. Not even like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be needing hands put on them, though. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports.
Yeah, that's why I said I love him. I love having his support. You know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There you go. We deserve each other. But I don't know, it's kind of one of those things I was like, I want to keep him all to myself.
Papoose clearly has no intention of hiding his feelings for Claressa. He's proudly standing by her side, showing her off, and making it obvious that he's completely moved on. Meanwhile, Remy isn't handling it well. She's been stirring up drama for months, trying to drive a wedge between Papoose and Claressa. Remember, it was Remy who first exposed their relationship last year. She tried to spin the narrative, claiming Papoose was only using Claressa and didn't genuinely care about her. To back up her claims, she even leaked private messages Claressa had sent to Papoose, portraying her as desperate. In one of the messages, Claressa wrote, "You'll take accountability. You're the one who was married. If you can't even sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safe or to communicate you fell asleep in the Sprinter." It was clear that Claressa was just asking for basic respect. But Remy twisted the situation, making it seem like Claressa was begging for attention. She even mocked her, saying, "Papoose's dumb self fell asleep on the phone with Claressa while she was laying in my house, and he refuses to leave." This supposed world champion boxer got scared and hung up as soon as she heard my voice. Now I'm telling everything. And baby girl, you're not the only one. And Remy didn't stop there.